I'm going to call this meeting of the Board of Health to order, 1700 hours on July 29th. All board members in attendance, as well as our Administrative Assistant Kathy Ferguson. Absent from tonight's meeting is our Health Agent Kevin Forg. Everyone have a chance to see the meeting minutes from our last meeting, June 24th?
Yep.
Yes. Is there a motion on our meeting minutes?
Make a motion to accept the meeting minutes as read.
Second.
A motion and a second discussion on our minutes. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion passes. Those are signed. Since we have some folks here for specific issues, I would entertain moving the agenda out of order to just address their issues. We can start with 173 Main Street. Sir, that was you. If you want to come forward, you can have it. Oh, sorry, 373.
173, we're approving the plan.
373 Main Street. All right, if you want to come in, you can have a seat and we can chat about it. So,
Sounds like a computer thing.
yeah, have a seat and just introduce yourself.
Hello, my name's Dean Javarian, and I live at 373 Main Street.
Thank you, Dean. And we had sent you a letter. You and I
Yes.
spoke the other day.
Oh, was it you?
Yes. Nice to meet you in person. So we had spoke the other day, and we had sent you a letter on July 23rd coming from the health agent. It was an issue stemming from addition of a bathroom into the barn.
Yes.
The barn had an existing septic service.
Yes.
The question came up because the proposed bathroom addition for the barn on the building plans indicated it was for a nail salon, which are ultimately regulated under this board. So you are attesting to the fact that that is no longer the case for the plan in the
Well,
barn?
it's funny because I was trying to be nice and stuff, and when I got the letter, I had told my daughter about the letter, and she goes, "Oh no, I can't do that because I'll have to do this and I'll have to do that."
Yeah,
so much for that idea. So
yeah, it is a pretty, cosmetology is pretty highly regulated in the state. I think you need more hours than to be a firefighter, which I am.
I got the plumber had made the plans and everything, and so I think it could come in handy.
Okay.
You know, so it's like, okay, you know,
So right now, if the plan is not to move forward with the nail salon,
definitely.
the barn,
She definitely doesn't want to do that.
I think the permit that we're supposed to sign off on there will have to be done by the...
okay. All right, so is this is the permit that came from building?
Mm-hmm.
Does it indicate it's a nail salon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't remember if I wrote it on
So
there.
bathroom, drain for pedicure chair,
Oh,
bay for nail tech, private nail work, okay. Yeah, so
No initial or something?
so if you, did this already go through zoning or was waiting for us?
I was waiting for us to sign off on that, but can't sign
Right.
off on it because it's no longer accurate.
So why don't we do this? So this,
Initially?
yeah, you can do that. That'll need to go, I mean, obviously it's gotta go to,
It's gonna go back.
it's gotta go back. If you're gonna, are you gonna put the bathroom in at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna put the bathroom in, but it's just not a,
Yeah.
so that wouldn't be regulated under us. If that's the case, I would say, just make sure the application indicates,
Yeah, when
It's
they give us,
definitely not gonna be a nail salon.
Yeah.
building will send another application out
yep,
that will just say that he wants to put in a bathroom, at which point Kevin will look at it
yep,
and will require what it says in the letter, which is we require a plumber to give us a sketch.
yeah,
Because those plans,
And then Kevin inspects it, and then he pulls a plumbing permit, and then at the end, we get a sketch to attach to the as-built.
okay,
It's what we do.
okay.
these were plumber approved, but do you want him to sign them?
So I just spoke with Kevin,
Okay.
and because the septic's already in, and it's a plumbing issue, it's not really under our purview. It's under the building department, the plumbing
Yeah.
inspector, so it's got an existing septic, no changes to that.
Okay.
Okay, you got a
So,
Basically got a
That's
sketch
what we
already.
told them last time.
yep. But we don't regulate plumbing. We regulate septic. So the septic is not changing. Bedroom count's not changing. So that is what I was told by the health agent. Do you concur with that?
I would, yeah.
So you will have to redo the application for building. When it comes to us this time as just a bathroom, we'll have no problem signing off on it because it's not the other stuff that would be regulated by us.
So he doesn't get to,
No, that's gotta go back.
let's go back.
Yeah,
I'll take it back to Kathy.
Yeah, so this has to go back.
Basically start over again.
Unfortunately, yeah, just because the application indicates a usage that's not what you're gonna be doing with it now. So just modify that. And then when it comes to us, it'll come to us same as this. It won't need to go through a meeting or anything else because there's no regulation that we're involved in.
When I told her. She was
Your
like-
daughter?
Yeah.
Well, nice thought,
It was-
good idea.
Because she knows all the rules and regulations and everything, so she
Yeah.
was just like, no, we can't do it.
So,
I was like, okay, try to be a nice dad, but
so hopefully this time
Okay.
it won't be an issue. So it'll go back, we'll send this back to zoning. And just, if you want, I think, is this application online? Do you know Kathy? No?
You can come
Just-
in and do it now, still here, so I like doing that.
Yeah,
Some
he can
towns
come into the
can't.
building department and just do a new one.
Yeah, he just does a new one and then it needs to be signed off by Kevin, so hopefully.
Yeah, so it'll come here. Just the addition of a bathroom without the pedicure chair and the nail salon would be
Yeah,
a different story, so we'll send this back to them.
Okay,
All right?
cool.
Glad we were able to
Yeah.
work that one out and we'll consider that
Keep it on the right track.
done. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks for
Thank you.
coming.
Thanks.
So I think that sufficiently addresses that. I don't think we need a motion on anything.
Keep it on the agenda or drop it?
I don't think we need to keep it on the agenda or anything, right?
No, because Kevin will just,
Yeah,
he signs off just when he shows up.
yeah, but there's nothing septic-wise that we need to consider, so. All right, you want to address KKD's? You guys are here for that. Are you here for a different issue?
I am.
Which issue are you here for, sir?
I'm just here regarding questions for a potential purchasing of property for any permits.
Okay.
The just right question.
Oh, all right. Okay, well, let us address their issue, and then we'll get to you, and then we'll finish up the rest of the agenda. Do you guys want to come in?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Kate McSorley, and
Go with it.
I'm the owner, and he's
The facility
head of the
Okay.
facilities.
And Brad Cronin, Art Moran, and Jared Anderson.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. So, we've had a few issues with that shake machine. So just the history of it, going back to April 3rd, I think was your first failed. April 9, April 14, June 2nd,
Sounds right.
June
I don't
10th.
have,
And then we had a passing one in June, on June 17th, and then another failed one and a passed one. Does that sound
this-
accurate?
Yep.
Okay. So I guess we're kind of looking for, so the testing is kind of a way to just check on things, but we've kind of had some consistent, we've had a history going back to April of consistent failures. So, I mean, I know you guys clean after each failed test and then
Yeah, it's,
send it out again, but it seems like there's a bigger issue than just the cleaning. I don't know if there's a machine issue or a procedures issue, but I guess we'd need to take an action on this, or at least decide what we want to do with it. But for that many failed tests, it seems like that's more of a reactionary thing, and I guess at this point we'd be looking for something of how you're gonna,
Plan of action.
a plan of action to just address how you're gonna prevent this from occurring in the past. So do you want to give us any background information on what's gone on there?
well, I'm terrible at public speaking, so I'm not really the one to try to explain things.
Okay.
But
Well, don't
if you
sweat it.
ask me what you want to know, I can try to help you. I can tell you how we go about cleaning it,
Okay.
if that would help you.
Do you?
And we also have another machine in Plymouth
Yep.
that have passed consistently.
Is it the same
Same-
manufacturer,
same
model,
manufacturer, same-
age?
Yes, sir.
So everything's fine
Everything's
with
the
that one.
same.
This one just seems
the
to be
original,
problematic.
The original test we had on April 3rd
Yep.
also had the same test on this one, and that did not pass. That's also failed.
So Plymouth and here?
Yes, but only in the first one.
Okay.
Since then, every test since then, and we do it monthly,
Yep.
okay, has passed. Okay, so,
In Plymouth.
in Plymouth.
Gotcha. Okay.
But what gets me confused, because I'm the one who does the cleaning of it, and I'm doing it exactly the same at both locations.
Is there a chance that machine is not operating properly or
We
keeping the right
actually,
temperatures?
after the third failed,
Yep.
we actually had a company come in and clean it. The company we actually bought it from.
Okay.
Okay, they came in and cleaned it, and then it passed. And then that's when we get into that cycle of fail, pass, fail, pass.
Yeah. So, is
If I may,
go ahead, Art.
are they, and I'm just getting into technicalities here, are they the exact same machine,
Yes,
model number
Yes.
and all? Are they the exact same age? In other words,
I think we bought them a year apart.
Yeah, I don't
You know.
know exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just trying to dig a little deep
Right.
as to,
Right.
okay, is
Right.
something going, is one older than the other?
The one in Plympton is the one we bought first.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's the one. We actually have more machines, but only 2 are in service right now.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
I'm thinking like O-rings or gaskets that might be older
Yeah.
or
True.
something. I'm just trying to.
Right, but then that when I go to clean the night before on a Sunday night, because we do the test on Monday mornings, and I clean it, sanitize it, and I let the sanitizer stay in overnight. However, when I clean it the night before test, I replace all the O-rings. You know? Now, I don't know if there's any O-rings internally in the machine, but that shouldn't affect
Yeah.
any kind of a test.
Yeah, I'm
But all the O-rings that are part of that setup, I replace.
So you said you have a couple other machines
We
that
do
are
have.
being used. Are they serviceable?
Yes.
They're
We have
working
not-
condition?
We took them out of restaurants that we've closed,
Gotcha.
okay?
Yeah.
So we can clean them and put them in. That's-
Okay.
This one is actually a little bit of a nicer machine because it has an extra switch for the mixer.
Okay.
The other ones don't have that, so it's a little bit harder to use. But it's only difference is the one with switch.
Yeah. So we're just trying to see, is it something tied to the machine? I mean, if
It's-
you're doing both the cleanings,
Mhm.
right, personally in both places, you're following the same procedures,
Exactly the
you would
same.
expect the same results.
I
right?
would.
Yeah.
That way, not this past one, the one before that, I was really surprised at that one. I really was.
And which date?
That was just,
The most recent failure? Was
yeah,
that
the most
July?
recent one. I was surprised about that one.
All right, that was July 14. That one passed July. Let me see. Go through these. I'm just trying to see how far off the results were on that last July one.
I think it was at 122, if the number's in my head. It might be 133.
Yeah, so June it was
7, 8.
Okay, 7, 8, 6, 10, 6, 14, 7, 8. Yeah, so recommended limits 50, and we were at 133. And I think, so, and then you did another, so the 8th failed, and then what, so the one on the 14 passed.
That one passed.
So what, did you use the machine in between the 8th and the
No,
14th?
because it didn't pass.
Okay.
So as soon as we find out it didn't pass, we...
So the
locked them
machine
down.
just sat without being used till the 14th?
No, we drained it and got it ready for the next test. And then
Okay.
the night before, 'cause I think we got the results back on a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Yeah.
And it takes 2 days to test, so there's no sense of putting a test in Thursday or, you
Yeah.
know, Friday, so we wait until Monday. So once that failed test came in, we obviously drained it and rinsed it all out, and then I came in Sunday night and did a thorough cleaning on it.
So all the times it's gotten a pass test after a fail, it was cleaned again, and there
Yes.
was no product in it needing to be refrigerated.
Every time we do a test, it's been thoroughly cleaned the night before.
So it essentially got a double cleaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, so,
But the first one wasn't done by me, that was by the staff.
Okay.
Just to clean it out and get it
Yeah.
so it doesn't stink up or anything like that, you know. Then
So-
the second one was when I did it,
does product stay in it consistently
when we're...
when you're open and operating?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as we got a passing grade, yes.
Is there any monitoring of temperature that goes on with that?
I don't think anybody actually physically monitors the
Okay.
hopper temp.
But I guess for what was that was called?
I
for
did,
was a test, so that really wouldn't be a
Yeah, I did have the
temperature issue.
company test that when they
Yeah.
came here, when they did the cleaning of it. Test the temperature on it, it was fine at that time.
Yeah. All right.
You don't think it's in the transport of
Well, that's the only thing we could really came up with is that when, on the day we test, because we do both machines,
Yep.
I go to the Plymouth store first, because the night before, like I told you, I leave the sanitation in it overnight.
Yeah.
So Monday morning, I go to the Plymouth location, drain all of that, rinse it out thoroughly, and then put the mix in,
Okay.
okay? Then I come here to Plympton, and I do exactly the same thing here, drain out the sanitation, rinse it out really good, put the mix in, and while that's getting up to temperature, I clean the hood, the filters,
Yeah.
and I cut the grass. So it takes about an hour and a half, and then that's when I take the sample from here,
Okay.
go to Plymouth, grab that sample, and then bring it down to the Cape. But I also put them on ice when I do it too.
Yeah.
So the sample here will be out longer than the one in Plymouth. That's really the only difference that I can see. I don't know if that would have anything to do with it or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, with this many consistent failed tests, I mean, we really are looking for a plan of how we address it, whether it's in trying a different machine.
I'm trying to think
see
of
if-
what we can, because I see obviously the pattern of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So trying to,
And our concern obviously is, you know, testing monthly is great,
Mhm.
right? But if we're seeing a if we're seeing a pattern of fails
right,
every month, we don't really know how long it's
Right.
been a
I
problem
understand
leading
that.
up to that, right?
Right.
So that's why we're kind of looking at solving the underlying issue so that it doesn't continue to have the failed tests. So, suggestions?
I think as far as the machine goes, you know more than we do, and the manufacturer knows even more than that. So we're kind of at the bottom of the totem pole as far as knowledge of the equipment. So I think the plan would have to come from you
Okay.
guys or the manufacturer.
yeah, I
and
think we'll have to do a
We-
little, speak to the manufacturer as well,
Okay.
see if they have any input was it's continually happening like that.
Right.
And also, I know that it does get cleaned regularly. They're
Yeah.
very, very careful about it. I do know that. They really are. The woman in charge, the Plympton store, has been doing it for years. She knows what she's doing. So I don't think that it would be like an employee.
Yeah.
Not, you know, she's been in the business a long time and very schooled in it. So I don't think it's that. So it really is hard to nail it down like that.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, thinking about maybe the transport, but
I mean, the part that gets me is that one machine I don't have an issue with.
right, and
It's
they
the
are
other
the same
one, and it's
machines.
every other time almost, you know?
Yeah.
I don't understand that when I'm doing it, both of them the same.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I would say give it some consideration. Think about how you want to try and remediate this
Okay.
to come up with a solution that where something changes, that, you know, we change a variable to try and address the
Our next
cause.
test would actually be this Monday.
Yeah.
I try to do it on the, either the beginning or the last weekend of the month. So our this next test is actually, will be Monday.
So, as Jared mentioned, we're not the not the shake experts, although I do like a good shake. So you clean the machine Sunday night.
Yes,
Product goes back in it Monday.
Monday.
Where does that product come from?
We get it from a distributor.
Okay.
You know,
It's the same between both.
Same
locations.
place. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Does it get delivered? What day of the week does it get delivered?
We get deliveries twice a week,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it could be, you know.
And they're delivering to each location. It's not
Yeah.
like
Yes, they're not being delivered to one place and we bring it, it's not like that.
And so,
Yeah, it's not.
so the product once you put it in the machine, it stays there
It stays in
until you drain it out.
there. Right.
Yep.
And that's no longer used once it's drained out?
No, not when I'm going to do a test, no, it's fresh product.
So you're putting in fresh product into the machine and,
Yeah,
So
that's the day of the test I'm doing that.
yeah.
You know?
So it does seem to be a machine issue.
Yeah, maybe we might have to think about that too.
Is that machine, does that keep it at a specific temperature? When you put the product in on Monday morning, say,
It's supposed to, yes.
it's supposed to keep
It's
it
supposed
at a specific
Right,
temperature?
there's two sections in the machine. You got the big hopper on top, okay? And then you got a blast area where it really freezes it to where you get the thickness. Because the product itself is really thin, okay? And you put it up there, and I think the temperature on it is probably about 34 degrees, if I'm not mistaken. I
Okay.
think that's what I measured it at the last time.
And it's, the product is held in, you
The
know,
walk-in cooler.
Yeah,
which is,
yeah.
So there's a transmission line for it? Like basically like
Is it from hopper to,
from the cooler to the,
No, it's directly from the hopper right into the blast chamber.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
steel tube, internal. I know they have other machines that take stuff from the bottom, mixes and stuff like that, but we don't use anything like that.
yeah, I mean, I guess that would be our best suggestion, would be just try and change something,
Right.
right? In terms of how that, I mean,
yeah, I think
machine or,
could reach out again to the distributor, and I don't know, it does sound like something going on with the machine, actually.
yeah, I mean, give them the dates, tell them, you've had 6 since April, and the only time you've got a passing is after double cleanings with no product in between both cleanings. So it almost seems like something's weeping by somewhere,
Right.
and just you can't get to it to clean, or All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you need us, the help, you can contact Kathy here Monday to
Good,
Thursday.
Right now, are we good to go as we are?
No.
Because
we're-
they've been selling them after we got that last policy of cleaning.
Okay. Yeah, I know you got the passing test,
Yeah.
but because of the history, we don't want you selling those until we identify what the underlying.
Okay, that's why
problem is.
I want to
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate
We'll tell them to stop that then.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Because like I said, we'll go ahead and get a test done this Monday. And then we'll also contact
Yeah.
where we bought the machine from.
Yeah, and then
And if we have to, we'll try swapping it up.
Okay.
You
Yep.
know, we
So
do
work
have
on
another
those.
machine.
Come up with a plan, and then just submit it to us, and we'll
Okay.
consider it at the next meeting. So,
Okay.
all right. But yeah, until then, just hold off on selling those.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you.
thanks for
Appreciate
coming
you
in.
coming in.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so the gentleman was here for, it was Just Right Farm? Yeah. All right, come on in.
Hi, how's everybody today?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Nice
Are
to
you
meet
Chuck?
Yeah, Chuck.
Chuck,
Fuller.
Brad Cronin,
Hi, Brad. Nice to meet you.
Art Moran,
Art, nice to meet you.
Jared
Jared.
Anderson.
Jared, nice to meet you.
We've been
Appreciate it.
emailing, I think.
Emailing.
Yes.
Well, thanks for taking the time to chat with me here. So I exchanged, you can read the email, but essentially, as you probably know, the farm's been up for sale the last month or so. And my partner and I, are seriously looking at it. But our only interest in buying is to continue sort of the model they have. So, that's why I wanted to have a chance to chat, because just to see, what's changed, if anything, right, in terms of getting permits, for the property. I mean, we're looking to do the same exact thing. We're not trying to do anything different. My partner, she is a chef. She was I guess you could say, a client or a guest at their place for many, many years. So she knows Kimberly. Her name's Kim as well, by the way, but she knows Kimberly personally. So just by coincidence, she was on the mailing list when they announced they're selling the farm. So we've been looking at it pretty seriously. So we just wanted to double check, because again, things can change over a number of years. We just want to make sure, that the permits needed, that there's not going to be anything that we shouldn't anticipate if we're going to go ahead and make an offer. So that's kind of the reason why.
Yeah, and we can speak to the food establishment portion and the health board portion of it, but obviously
Yes.
I would encourage you to connect with the other departments in town, zoning and building and fire, and just make sure there's nothing else that's going to affect you there.
Everybody, I can
Yeah.
give you a list.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably have to get that from you, unfortunately.
Yeah, not a problem, because
Okay.
it's not like you're buying a Dairy Queen and you're just
No.
continuing
Yeah.
on.
No, I understand.
Unfortunately, you're
I
not
saw
buying
the
just
email
right
and
farm,
everything
the
looked
business, you're
fine.
just buying the
Right.
property.
But there was like an issue over occupancy. The permit said one thing and you believed it to be another.
Well, no, it wasn't this, and it was a question. So
Okay.
I remember in the letter, this is going back to 2011, I believe.
24.
It said 24.
Correct.
But I could have sworn that they used to have 36 lines. So I don't know if anything changed, or maybe it could just be my misunderstanding.
That might
Unless it was
be-
always.
Well,
That might have
They-
been the fire department's numbers, for occupancy.
Yeah.
'Cause that
Oh,
wouldn't
like
be us.
including servers.
So they have a separate, the way, I don't know if you've been.
Yeah, I've been there.
It's a great
Yeah,
place.
it's
I read
beautiful.
It's an amazing place,
Yeah.
right? But they have that big room, which actually can seat a lot more than 24
Yeah, sure.
people. We're not necessarily looking to have a huge number. I mean, honestly, 36 would probably be the max we would want to do a night. We only want to do 1 or 2 nights anyway a week, which is actually per the limitation of how many nights you're going to be open using the private well anyway. So I understand all that. But that was my really only question for myself. In addition to, obviously, I need to talk to some of the departments. Was there anything else I should be anticipating that I haven't anticipated?
So you were looking-
Besides the occupancy question?
You were looking for 36?
Well, I thought, my understanding was they used to have more than 24 a night,
Okay.
so.
There's a couple of, there's a number of layers, okay, and
Okay.
I'll use that word.
Okay.
You were here.
Yeah,
Because,
you were here in 2011.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Lincoln was president, no. You've got DEP, which oversees the well.
Right.
Which then regulates the number of
Do you have that file out?
events
Just
that
right?
you
Yeah.
can have per year. Okay,
Right.
based on
Right.
the well and the size.
Correct.
The building department would issue the occupancy permit for the building, and they are the ones that would determine the number of people that can fit
Okay.
in that space.
Okay.
There is a formula, it's so many square feet per individual,
Okay.
and I can't address that, but that would be building.
Okay.
So,
Section 1003 of our state building code, if you wanted to look at it.
and then again,
Right.
fire would be involved to a degree.
Right.
Basically, we have a sheet that goes around to all of the departments.
Yeah, and
Right. I understand
Everybody
that.
weighs it.
Yes, because you got everything from
The
water.
selectmen
Yeah.
weigh in.
And we all look at different pieces of the puzzle too, right?
Gotcha.
yeah, and part of the, fire is the width of the road, access
Yeah, where the
during
24 came
storm
from.
and that sort of
I
thing.
wasn't here.
You know,
Yeah.
if an
Oh, yeah.
engine went off the road and blocked the road.
Just him.
That's not our
I understand.
purview.
Right.
So that's why I say there's a number of layers, and we're just one.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And the DEP would be definitely one to check with.
It's only if he goes over the.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to get the current I would get the current regulations.
Yes, right.
It used to be, what, 59 events per year?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that's changed, but yeah, it would
Yeah,
definitely be worth
but
looking
again,
at.
if I were you, I'd want to be safe.
Yeah.
and get the exact information.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's a big investment, so I
Yep.
want to make sure that.
Yes,
because
yes.
we
Kathy had
couldn't
that in
do
the
it if we-
email.
If we couldn't get it, so.
Yeah, and they may just say, nope, same, then,
Okay,
and then you're okay.
okay, okay,
So, but I would I would check with the different departments.
okay,
You know, your occupancy is one department overseen by potentially other departments too, or in
Right.
conjunction with.
right.
So, but no, Mrs. Russo was, you know, operating for a number of years.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, and she created it from the ground up. so
Yeah.
She did.
There's a very good structure of
Yeah.
who you have to see about what, that I can extrapolate from the
Okay.
file and send to you.
All right, that would be
Do
great.
you,
yeah, I
Art,
appreciate that.
happen to recall where 24 came from? The
Where
number,
what came
the
from?
24 maximum people. Was that her? I mean, her application has 24, so that could be why it was 24.
Oh, was it? Yeah, it was actually the actual letter. It wasn't in any of the applications.
Well, I mean, so if she applied for 24, we would have put it on her
Right,
approval, right, stating the same number that she had applied for.
okay,
So,
But that's where I would check with the building department, because
Okay.
there is a formula in the state code
yeah.
as to square footage, and each person
Building
is
use.
required to have a certain number of square feet.
okay,
So, but that's state code, so the building department, building commissioner, I'm sure he can quote that off the top of his head.
right, okay,
But then again, you'd have a current number, you know,
gotcha.
not something that was from 2014 or 2011.
Right, which is why I'm here, because
Yeah.
obviously a lot can change in,
Sure.
14, whatever, 10 plus years. Okay, great, no, that's helpful. Is there anything else I should be aware of that I'm not asking that when it comes to this property, or what we're trying to do? Because again, we're probably
She's
just looking
trying
to
to-
duplicate
Yeah, I mean,
what she did,
the
obviously
only,
under a different name, but,
the only thing I would say is if you are gonna increase the numbers, like Art said, just make sure there's no issues under building or fire.
right,
And then also, look into the specific state rules to make sure that doesn't trigger something else
Yeah.
with public water supplies or any septic
Right.
concerns.
okay,
Because 24 came in from her on the application, that's what I found.
Yeah.
And so we looked at it, I wasn't here at the time, so I don't say we looked at it, but the collective we of the Board of Health at the time looked at it with 24. The changing of numbers may impact
Okay.
the septic and the public water, so
yeah,
just, do your due diligence with that to
Yeah.
make sure it's not gonna create a problem.
And we do have this board oversees the number of events for DEP. We track it.
okay,
So it's a self-reporting system, and the way it had been set up was that at the end of each month, or the beginning of the following month, that
Kim would
Just
just
Right
send me an
Farm
email.
would let us know that we
Yeah.
had 6 events last month,
right,
or 9, or 3, whatever
Okay.
the number happened to be, and then we track that for DEP based on the 59 events per year.
We
right.
all work together to make sure that you don't go over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
because then
That
that,
includes both the dinners and events, right? It's a combination of both? Is that how I'm
Yeah, it's
interpreting
like.
that?
Yeah,
events
events.
for the day.
Yeah,
Right.
events and events, whether it's a private dinner that somebody hosts or whether it's open to the public, it's an event at the establishment.
Right. Gotcha.
and that triggers something else, over 59 triggers something else with DEP,
Yeah,
not us.
Right.
It's-
but you don't want to get to be public water supply.
Right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
If you can help it, it's
Right.
expensive.
Right, that's what I've heard.
that can get expensive.
Yeah, I have a couple of friends near, I don't live too far away, we live in Plympton, so we have friends who are just up there and have run into that issue in Lakeville, actually, so.
So I'll go through the file and I'll send
Okay.
you a little,
Yeah, I was good friends for many years with, passed away this past December, used to be the health inspector of Bridgewater, Stanley Kravitz, did you know?
Oh,
No.
not,
You know?
no,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
He was a selectman, and he was also a health inspector for many years in Bridgewater, yeah.
And I think Kathy outlined in her email the the reporting like we just discussed, and water
Yeah, I
potability tests.
Saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, for the way, Plympton works is on the calendar year, every restaurant has to reapply for their permit.
Right.
And you would be one of the establishments that would need, when you send in your permit paperwork, would need to attach your well test, the water test each year.
Right.
So,
Okay.
But I do reminder letters in December for January, and I write down everything everybody needs to do, so.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of just an example that what we would get from the previous. So
It's not
okay,
fancy.
yeah. So
Yeah.
June 2018, we operated 6 days. We just get
Gotcha.
one per month, and then that way,
Right,
Kathy.
that's everything, that's dinners
Yeah.
and,
Yep.
and whatever event it would potentially
Yeah,
be.
and if it looks like 3/4 of the year through that you're getting real close to that magic number, we'll give you a call and say,
Yeah.
heads up, you don't
Yeah.
want to go past that number.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be an issue for us. I have my own company, professional service business.
Thank you,
so,
Kathy.
I mean, this is kind of her dream.
Yeah.
She's been a self-made chef for many years, and
Good.
she's always,
It's a great spot for it.
It's a
and
perfect spot
Just
for
Right
it.
Farm
yeah,
did well with it in terms of it fit perfect in the community, and
Yeah.
they brought people here, and I think it was a win for the town. So
Yeah.
it'd be nice to see it continue.
I mean, she's, I wish she could have made it, she's working, but she's incredibly talented, and she's got the right personality. She's very warm, very gregarious. I'm the behind-the-scenes guy. So we're kind of yin and yang in that way. So I worry about, the operational piece of what she needs to do, because I have my own business.
You're the business plan guy.
Well, yeah, I do like leadership development,
Oh, nice.
organizational effectiveness. I have a firm for the last 18 years that does that. So, my job is just to help her. She's the creative soul.
Yeah.
I'm the business guy.
Were you
so.
planning to live there as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
yeah, no, it's going to be. Yeah, we're going to live there.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
We'll kind of follow their legacy.
Yeah.
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 Oh, it'd be nice. It would definitely be nice to continue that in here in
Yeah.
town. I think it was a nice fit for the town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I that's what I've heard. I mean, I never had the pleasure of experiencing it, but I've heard nothing but very positive things from people I know that have gone there. So,
Yeah,
thank you for your time. Yeah.
One little addition
Sure.
is that during COVID, they would, on every Friday night, they would make meals and pass them out free to those who needed them.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, they were great.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was very nice for the town.
Yeah.
I don't know how they determined who needed them,
Right.
but they
Right.
would cook it, and every single Friday night, as far as I knew,
I don't think they were doing need-based checks. I think they were just looking for volunteers. My
Yeah.
mother brought me a meal once. So
Yeah.
what's this for?
So I don't know if you heard of this place. It's called the Lost Kitchen. It's up in Freedom, Maine. So it's this woman, kind of very similar to what Kimberly here did here. She started this. She just took it another level. She had this restaurant that you have to send a postcard in to be able to.
Oh,
test.
I've seen that on Chronicle.
I've heard
And
of
then
that.
she
Yeah.
created like a series on Prime, and they do special videos. She's got now like 4 or 5 cookbooks that she sells. She's
Oh,
got
that's
now
cool.
a website. They sell products. She kind of took it to a whole new level. But in a lot of ways, at least my kid described Kimberly Russo's and her husband as the sort of south coast of
Yeah.
of that model. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no problem. And
Then-
you know how to get a hold of Kathy.
Yeah.
so.
So
Yeah, I
should
will, I'll create something tomorrow and email it to you,
Okay,
and then we can
that'd
go
be
from
great.
there.
I really appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, thanks. for
Yeah,
your
have a
time,
good night.
Thanks
Hope it
for
works
coming.
out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you as well.
Okay. All right, seeing nobody here with
Really?
any business on the
Somebody.
agenda,
I know.
I will turn it to Kathy.
I just want to set the record straight. This is what we did in 2022. 14.
For who?
Mr. Jafarian.
Was that the guy that was here? Okay.
Kevin's handwriting's on the next one.
Well, he's not connecting anything new. He's not connecting anything new to the septic, right?
It's doing another bathroom.
Okay, we can discuss that some other time.
All right. There it is. No,
Oh, that was yours too, right?
Yeah, I'm saying that's what Kevin,
Let's continue down the agenda, please. All right, so Kathy, do you have, why don't you go down our approved septic plans, if there's anything we need to address?
nothing under approved. 8 Elm Street, we're still waiting for the as-built. I emailed the engineer, but I haven't heard back. The next two, 30 County, 165 Palmer, those are out for installation, which Kevin is aware of. 216 Brook, the as-bills are in, COC signed, that is over.
Excellent.
Under pending, the third one down, 77 Spring. I think Art had mentioned that, I think Kevin had talked to 77 Spring last week, just informally,
Okay.
and I think he was planning on coming to the August meeting.
Which one was this? Sorry. Say that again.
77 Spring.
77 Spring, okay.
You had asked, you had questions about how the condo thing was set up for Cranberry Knoll
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
for a shared system.
Is this in reference to, 77 Spring is Ricketts?
77 Spring is,
No.
no, it's not Crickets. It's, it's on Joe Freitas Way, and it's another one of those contractor bay,
Oh, yes,
Thing?
okay, yes.
and it went out the plan went out for review.
I did
and,
talk to Kevin about this one also.
All right, so the review comments came back,
Yeah.
and there were still some outstanding questions. So I think this engineer is planning on coming back or talking to Kevin between now and the next meeting.
Okay.
So that's all.
And this
I
was
know.
one of our mounted systems?
Depends on how you look at it.
Yes, so I think that was the issue.
Right.
Was that,
Because we don't give variances on new construction, but Kevin said it wasn't technically a mounted system because,
You're changing the whole grade.
Right.
yes, so the reason that they're putting in the type of system they have is not because of a groundwater
Right.
issue, which is where we would require the 5 acres
Right.
for new construction.
Right.
They're choosing to put an alternative system in due to how the final site layout's going to be. So there is no groundwater concern, it's just how they want to run the hard surface runoff water and how they have to finish the grade, that the septic needs to be at a different elevation, which will be that alternative system.
and then the other thing that the review engineer brought up was our supplemental reg about buildings under common ownership.
Okay.
So Kevin was gonna look into that too. Did you get
I'm
spit
getting
on?
wet on my back.
It's the AC.
Oh yeah, I can see a big drip of water.
So we had discussed the fact that it would be set up like Cranberry Knoll.
Yeah, and also, I mean, in the master deed, because they are condos, it should be spelled out in there who is responsible for what.
So this is,
Cranberry,
no, that is,
77.
If there's a failure, okay, who's responsible? Are they jointly responsible or some other situation?
So is the plan that each bay will be sold off versus rented?
That I don't know. I think we need to ask the
Yeah, because if
builder's rep.
if the building's all owned by the same person, then it wouldn't necessarily be common ownership, it would be tenant spaces, right? Or is that not how it's looked at yet?
I think it's gonna be more condominium. That was my,
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
I think they set it up so that it doesn't run afoul of Title V. Although
I would feel more comfortable having the health agent take a look at everything, and I almost got the sense too that they will have like condo docs.
Well, and we can go back with that question, right, as to whether the
Yeah, I mean, I
bays will
think-
be sold as condominiums.
I think Kevin was planning on staying in contact with the engineer and just going over all this stuff so that when he represents it to the board, all the questions.
Oh, they do say that in their letter. Okay. Well, that's where that came from. So they say in item 4 of their submission, the applicant is looking to discuss the requirement of the board. We would like to do condominium ownership for each of the buildings. So that would be why the common ownership came. So it's not just leasing spaces, the buildings would be under different ownership. Well, that makes sense. Okay. So that's what we did with Cranberry Knoll?
That's some of the Cranberry Knoll.
And this is their condo doc?
Yeah. So has the applicant for 77 Spring, have they indicated they want to get on the agenda for the
Well, I mean-
August meeting?
They're always on the agenda.
Yeah.
Oh,
If they'll be attending?
But I
But
mean,
the way that we left it with him was that he was planning on making some changes, running it by Kevin, and then appearing at our August.
okay.
And it is going to be a public water supply based on, right?
Yeah, that's DEP's.
Yeah. Because I think that was one of the comments from our reviewer.
Yeah, as I remember looking at the plan, I don't know that they could get 2 wells in there with the septic system.
Yeah, Kevin had an issue, had a question on that too. but again,
Maintaining the distance to the SAS and,
We'll let the engineers discuss it amongst
Yeah.
themselves.
yeah.
Okay. So at this point, I don't think we need to take any action on it. We're just still awaiting.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if Kevin had been able to be here, maybe he could have said how
Yeah.
where he's at with the negotiations.
Yep. The mounted thing is what we
Right.
discussed, and again, that's a non-issue because it's
Right,
not a
so they-
groundwater.
So they're not going to need to do any kind of variance.
Right.
Right.
So then I think the remaining big ticket is the condo thing. All right, thank you. That's the end of page 1.
That's it for, oh, wait a minute, I lied. 173 Main Street.
Oh, that's right. That wasn't the one we discussed a minute ago. Threw me for a
This
loop.
is a repair. It's gone out for review. Kevin has looked at it and it is ready to sign and stamp.
Okay. So a repair, are they seeking any variances?
There are no variances on this one,
Okay.
and Kevin has already signed the permit. So you would be making your motion to approve application 1368.
All right, we'll take a minute and look at what we got here. Proposed or existing layout. Existing tank. Existing tank. Where's the existing SAS is at? Was this a, well, it wasn't a cesspool. It was a septic. Where where's the existing SAS? Oh, here it is, existing SAS. Okay, abandoned. All right, so they're moving over to there. All right. Is that that file?
Do you want to see the set of that?
Just it says the revision based on our comments. What was the reviewer's comments, just out of curiosity? Thank you. Label setback to well, verify, move and replace, Z2 coarse sand, and contour over SAS. Okay. Yeah, nothing major in the comments. All just missing info, I guess, right? Okay. All right, is there a motion on application 1368?
I will make a motion to approve the plans.
Second?
That will be fine.
Any discussion on the plans or the motion? Seeing none, all in favor of the motion to accept Plan 1368?
Aye?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries. I can never figure out where we're supposed to sign.
Kevin's already signed.
Oh, he did sign, okay.
I was just giving you the number.
Oh, that's right, it's not a variance, yeah. Thank you. Okay, I'll give you that back. Today is 29 of July. One sheet. One more for you. I can keep the newspaper. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Anything under other?
41 Spring Street, if you remember, that was the unpermitted septic system for the bungalow.
Yeah.
We did receive all the documents we needed,
Oh, good.
and I believe that's also has been sold.
Okay.
So,
That was quick.
if the new owners come in, we'll be able to show them what's under the ground.
Perfect.
That will go off the agenda.
Excellent.
36 Parsonage, barn on property being used as residence. Here is the letter that you just sent.
Yes. So that's what was sent to 36 Parsonage based on that. similar to what we did with 41 Spring.
And I've given a copy to building
Okay.
so that they know where we're at. Because that building is going to need to go through the same type of process with electrical and plumbing.
Yeah,
smoke.
just kind of retro permitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that, Art?
No.
That letter's already gone out.
Yeah. Why did I spell something wrong? No.
Just wondering when the clock starts.
Yeah.
We'll have it on the calendar.
And zoning's already sent something as of April.
Yep. Yeah, trying to work together as much as.
No, that's good. All right. Does anybody want to see anything on that file? It's a-
Take a quick peek.
Yeah, super old. The house seems to have some structural issues, I guess, so likely why they moved into the barn.
Oh, this is the
Yeah, that's the house.
The expensive label. The light in the box.
Oh, fire will take it.
Do I have to walk it over there?
No, I'll have them come get it.
Oh.
Ask you for it nicely.
Yeah, I didn't want to put it back away.
No, did you happen to see if it worked?
Yeah, it works great.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I just don't see us using that light that was in
Oh,
the
yeah.
closet, so I told the fire department if they were interested in it, they could have it. If we need scene lighting at some public health emergency, we'll have to call others anyway, so at least we know they'll keep it charged. If we need it, we can get it.
Yep. But it is heavy, so.
Yeah.
pick it
No,
up
you
would
don't
be
have
better.
to, you don't have to carry it. Free $1,200 light doesn't come with delivery.
Under new business, I had listed the Brook Street solar that the planning department had sent us the plan, but checking with Kevin and he said to reply that we had no comments.
Okay.
So that is off our agenda. We
That was a
just-
ground mounted solar field, right?
Solar field.
Yeah.
So under perk test, there's 3 of them. I spoke with Kevin today and he said they are all scheduled for August.
Okay.
So administrative mail will be first.
Art, you're up.
Okay.
And I apologize, there is a
Sorry.
lot of mail, but it's been a month.
Yeah.
Well, I read it last time, guys.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. We were not in attendance.
Yeah, that just went right over the head.
My apologies.
Okay.
He's not watching.
Okay. Expenditures, Brad, that would be your
Thank you.
department.
This is the brand new one, new fiscal year. Okay. Where did we came in under budget last year?
Yes, we did.
Very nice. Solid work, Kathy. Thank you for that. Okay, that's our
Okay,
new.
and we have a food safety inspection report, and this is for Sawchuck Farm Stand. And it was a,
I typically, I will file those away unless there are action items, and if there are,
Yeah.
then I email for you guys to look at.
Okay.
yeah, I think one of them was a fire code, fire exit available with no tag on it. Yeah.
Extinguisher or exit? Don't need to tag an exit door. Sign?
And
Exit
another
sign?
fire exit with no tag on system, no fire extension trailer.
Oh, Ansel system, that's extinguisher, fire EXT extinguishing system.
Oh, okay, extinguisher
Yeah.
on trailer. So those are a couple of fire
Okay.
notes.
Did those get passed to fire department?
No, she just notes them so that the owner will fix them.
Okay. Can we maybe pass to them just for
I
follow-up?
would do that.
Thank you.
So, small items but important.
Yeah, this is their trailer? Their food trailer at
There's
Sawchuck?
one with the walk-in, an open can of tomatoes, which was probably gone by now. So,
Yeah.
not a big issue, but
Yep,
Yeah, our food inspector is meticulous.
yes, she,
which is a good thing in an
Kathy
inspector.
is very, very meticulous, so.
Fire extinguisher available, no tag. Yeah, so it looks like they have a commercial hood
Yeah,
over some cooking appliances that has a chemical suppression system that didn't have a tag on it. So that's just stuff not being tagged after inspection. Okay.
okay, and Southern Plymouth County Public Health Excellence Collaborative. This is for the month of June, and tick-borne illnesses, there were 5 Lyme and 1, 2, 3, 4 others. So we had 9
Tick-borne.
tick-borne illnesses in the month of June.
Is he getting initialed?
Yeah, if you want to.
All right.
And this was a letter dated July 1st from the Town of Plympton Office of Zoning Enforcement,
Did we? Oh, I
and
didn't.
directed to the owner of 41 Spring Street. And it's regarding the guest house, which we have already addressed, so it's really a non-issue at this point. And let's see, this is from the town administrator, dated Wednesday, July 9th, that if we, or all boards and committees who are meeting after the townhouse is closed to the public, if you can please make sure that once your meeting has adjourned, everyone makes it safely out of the building, it would be much appreciated. This would entail ensuring that any members of the public who are attending meetings are made aware that the meeting was adjourned and the building is closed, everyone leaving together, and furthermore, making sure that whomever the key holder has the light shut off and the door locked before everyone drives away. We recently had a situation in which a town employee was left behind, and while she was trying to secure the building, there was a member of the public still present. We don't want to resort to hiring police details to cover after-hour meetings, as this would not be fiscally responsible. Everyone's anticipated cooperation is appreciated. If you participate in meetings at the townhouse with non-Plympton entities, i.e. regional meetings, etc., please make sure they are aware of this practice and feel free to forward this to any board members you work with regularly, as I'm sure I did not have everyone's email address. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, Liz. So, that's from the town administrator. Okay, next is from the Massachusetts Department of Public Health, the Arbovirus Surveillance Program Report. This was dated July 15, 2025. And we had 10 West Nile virus positive mosquito samples from Barnstable, Bristol, Middlesex, Suffolk, and Worcester counties.
So not us,
But not us, so we've escaped so far.
so far.
So far. But the summer's not over yet. And this is from the Board of Health, Just Right Farm, applied for an agritourism.
Oh, yeah, I think we did that.
That was the gentleman that was here
Okay,
earlier.
yeah, that was just the gentleman who was just here, okay. All right, so that we already covered. And, okay, this is from the Board of Health to Jeffrey Gould, DEP, regarding Cisco Plympton. Cisco Plympton was non-compliant for over 7 months in 2024, and they are again non-compliant in April of May and May of 2025. And we request that DEP let the Plympton Board of Health know if they contemplate any action.
They seem to have some equipment issues that are causing,
Yeah. Yeah, it's, I guess, another one that, with consistent problems, we need to identify a solution, not
Yeah,
just keep testing for failure.
Dennett have something similar and they just replaced a part? Like they did have to wait a short period of time, but they were able to,
you just have to guess the right part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is
Oh, I
the water test results from Weston Sampson Corporation for Plympton Cisco.
That's a pass.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So there were 2 failures and then a pass.
And another water test for Cisco,
Okay.
July 1st.
May and what's that, April? When was the pass? June?
I had attached failures to that.
Okay. Yeah, because May's a failure.
April and May were failures.
April and May were failures.
Yeah, April and
June was
May.
a pass.
Okay, June was the pass.
And this is from the Office of Local and Regional Health at notice.mass.gov. State health officials announced first animal case of West Nile virus in Massachusetts.
So
This
the
was-
other ones were mosquito cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's gone to animals.
Okay.
So this was dated July 15th, 2025, so this is only 2 weeks old.
are mosquitoes
That's the
not
first.
members of the animal kingdom?
No, mosquitoes are pests. They are not animals. They're insects, aren't they?
This is from
Insects are animals.
Are they?
Yeah.
James McLaughlin at the Department of Environmental Protection. Subject, Plympton First Congregational Church boil water order for public water supply. Attaches the boil water order is being mailed today to the First Congregational Church of Plympton. Please contact me with any questions. Jim McLaughlin, Drinking Water Program Chief, Mass DEP in Lakeville. So this was dated July 17th, received here July 22nd. Now, this is the first one. This is the second one, Department of Environmental Protection, dated July 21st, received here July 22nd. And it says on July 17th, the Mass DEP issued a unilateral administrative order, boil order, the order, to the First Congregational Church of Plympton, based on the review of the actions taken by the public water supply, including providing one set of finished water, absent total chloroform and E. coli results. Mass DEP hereby terminates paragraph 6A, 6B, and 6C, which require the public water supply to provide notification to its consumers to boil their tap water before using for purposes of consumption. and to provide the notification to public officials and implement an emergency response plan. Only one round of repeat samples absent of total coliform was required since the boil water order was issued, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So they lifted that order. And the on-site daycare has reopened. So that addresses the first one.
In the orange.
And next we
So-
have,
So the daycare was open when they came in July 18?
I guess, from what I understand, there was a daycare there years ago. That daycare closed.
Okay,
And they were allowed to become a lesser type of public water supply.
gotcha.
When they went to do the boil or water order inspection, DEP found that there was another daycare there, which
okay.
they hadn't realized.
Gotcha.
So they now are asking the church to do what is necessary to bump back up to a different level of public water supply.
Gotcha. So it looks like, so they do have license or approval from early education for 26, which is over the trigger for a public water supply.
Right.
Okay. So they have to go back to that. All right. That makes sense.
yeah, the daycare triggers different standards.
Yeah.
Actually, that started when I worked there, and the daycare triggered the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then we have a letter to the editor of the Plympton Halifax Express, received July 28th, and it's a boil water order lifted at church, which basically goes over
Just
some of the
reiterates
things
it.
in here.
He just reiterates it, he does nothing
It's
out of left field.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sanitized version of the DEP.
Okay.
I'll put it that way. And that was submitted by Arthur Bloomquist, Title V inspector. Okay. This is from the local regional public health. Again, a notice. And it involves Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, access to Medicaid data, and dated Monday, July 21st.
My question is in the list.
Yeah. Well, let me just briefly read it. Dear local public health colleagues, we received notification from Mass Health that they are aware of a report that the Federal Immigration and Customs Enforcement, parentheses, ICE, officials will be given access to the personal data of the nation's 79 million Medicaid enrollees, including home addresses and ethnicities. The vast majority of these individuals are U.S. citizens and individuals with lawful immigration status. Mass Health has not received any direct communication from the Trump administration regarding their plans. Mass Health is gravely concerned that this action by the Trump administration will result in a significant chilling effect for immigrants and their family members, discouraging them from seeking medically necessary emergency health care. And they've developed talking points. And I guess the question we have is, should we send this to the nurse, a public health nurse?
Is it just information, or is it a,
Yeah.
It's talking points.
Wouldn't she have gotten it from them already?
No,
DEP? Oh, yeah, just forward it to her.
just in case it comes up,
Yeah,
if some
seems reasonable.
people ask. he's getting to the stuff he didn't see last week.
Oh, yeah. This is from the Mass Department of Public Health, Arbovirus Surveillance Program report, and identified one West Nile virus positive goat from Worcester County and 24 West Nile virus positive mosquito samples from Barnstable, Bristol, Hampton, Middlesex, Suffolk, and Worcester counties. So again, nothing, and this was dated July 22nd. So again, we avoided, and they did, let's see, in our Plymouth County, they did 158 samples. So
Okay.
we continue to get by without a positive sample.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. Next.
This is good. I always like these. This is a letter from our board, Plympton Board of Health, to a resident on 29 County Road. Attached, please find a copy of your septic system pumping record from June 2025. As you can see, 1,750 gallons was pumped, but your system only has a 1,500-gallon tank. The report also states your pump alarm was still sounding after the chamber was cleared. Please contact the Board of Health at your earliest convenience to discuss this matter. Thank you.
What was that address?
29 County Road.
The pump records that we get from these septic haulers are getting more and more specific. And they highlight when something is wrong. So trying to get ahead of any issue where somebody's might have a problem.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, there's the vent.
And we have another letter we sent out from the board to 11 Cranberry Knoll, attached from this board. Attached system pumping record. Attached, please find a system pumping record from June for Cranberry Knoll. The report states that the outlet baffle T is not intact and an outlet repair is recommended. Please contact the office to discuss this repair.
Okay.
Okay. And this is to our health agent, and Kathy. And this person is, I'm your community health engagement partner with CVS Health. As part of our seasonal outreach, CVS is offering convenient, no-cost wellness and vaccination clinics through the region. I'd love to explore whether Plympton might be a good fit. We understand that some communities' public health departments lead this work directly, and others, CVS steps in to help ease the load by providing additional clinic capacity, especially when demands grow. We handle all logistics, staffing, and supplies so that you won't have any administrative burden on your end. The clinics are available for ages 3 and up, and we can accommodate groups as small as 12 participants. We commonly support older adults who utilize a COA, town employees, including public works and front-facing staff, schools, libraries, and community centers, and vaccines include influenza, flu, COVID-19, RSV, shingles, Tdap, hepatitis B, HPV, and pneumococcal pneumonia. To help promote your local clinic, we will design a free customized digital flyer you can share with the public. So they want to know if we're interested or send to the COA.
I talked to Kevin. He's going to check and see what they're going to do in Carver, and then he'll let me know
Okay.
Okay.
what the decision is.
Sounds good. We can take it under advisement at next meeting. Do you want to throw it on the agenda?
Free vaccines.
Okay, this is a letter to the Plympton Fire Department, and it's from Mark Grolio, E&L Security in Braintree. And he said, "Dear Chief Davis, my name is Mark Grolio. I'm the owner of E&L Security in Braintree. We installed an addressable fire alarm system at 4 Mayflower Road back in 2019. We would like to inform you that we will be canceling the central station monitoring due to non-payment on Monday, July 21st. We realize that there was or still might be a small commercial cafe-style eatery, but after months of numerous invoices, emails, and phone calls, all of which have been ignored regarding payment for monthly monitoring, we will no longer be covering for them. I realize that this may cause potential issue as I'm not sure if the town requires this establishment be connected to a monitoring center. Upon review of this letter, please feel free to reach out with any questions you may have. Thank you, Chief Davis. Sincerely, Mark Grolio."
So, discuss that with building, and they do have a requirement that it needs to be monitored, so they will deal with that. As for the sentence where it says there's a cafe or whatever,
Yeah.
if you remember back when the current owners rehabbed it, they were thinking of doing a coffee shop.
Yes.
Right.
They had built all of that, and then when they realized that they would need a public water supply, they kind of put that on the back burner. So I'm assuming that that is just built and it's never been used.
Okay.
Okay, and next is a letter from us to Mr. Jafarian, who was in earlier, so we worked that out. No need to go through that letter, that's already taken care of. And we have the Southern Plymouth County Public Health Excellence Collaborative Epidemiologist Report
In color.
in color.
That's for you.
Maven and communicable diseases, top diseases by caseload in Maven in April and May 2025 and year-to-date. Now this would include all of the communities, Carver, Duxbury, Kingston, Plymouth, Plympton, and Wareham. So Lyme disease, we had to date in July 97 cases, June 124, and year-to-date 443. COVID-19 cases, July to date 25, June 24, and year-to-date 529. And
Babesiosis.
babesiosis, thank you. July 22, June 19 to year-to-date 46. Hepatitis B, 11, 10, and 105 year-to-date. And anaplasmosis, July 5, June 33, and year-to-date 65.
Looks
So
good.
she does a very,
Yeah.
the
detailed.
epidemiologist does a very detailed report, which she presents to us at the grant meeting. And
Excellent.
she looks for trends, she, sees how we are compared to last year, so she's, keeps track of it.
Can we post that on the website just so the public can see it if they're interested?
Sure.
Thanks.
Okay, and the last
This is Devin.
It's Devin.
Yeah.
last communication is from the Mass Department of Public Health, and it's the Arbovirus Surveillance Program report. Mass DPH identified one triple-E positive mosquito from Hampton County and 31 West Nile virus positive mosquito samples from Barnstable, Bristol, Hampton, Middlesex, Suffolk, and Worcester counties. So they raised the triple E risk to moderate in Hampshire County. And again, we skated by with no cases, so,
It's a wonderful thing.
and that is the end of the communications.
There's 3 on top you didn't
It's the
sign.
end of the mail.
Thank you.
Okay, I talked to the town clerk, and she had a little bit of housekeeping she wanted us to do.
Yes.
She wanted us to ratify the vote. It was just a simple vote to ratify the votes from the Board of Health meetings of May 27th, June 10th, and June 24th.
All right. Does anyone want to make a motion to ratify votes from May 27, June 10, June 24?
I'd like to make a motion to ratify the votes.
Second?
Okay, discussion? And this was just due to swearing in?
Swearing in and
Okay.
housekeeping.
Okay. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries.
Food inspections have all been done by our food inspector for the year. The only one that will be pending is Chuck Corn Maze, but that won't happen until September or October. DEP every year asks us, the drinking water program has action items for us to complete. Just here to tell you, they've all been completed. And the absolute last thing is pay as you throw. I think Art is familiar with what's been going on with this. As you know, the board promulgated pay as you throw regulations.
Yeah.
Every year, the highway department, in order to get their grant for the recycling dividends program, has to provide certain documents. This year, one of the things they asked was, they wanted to double check the enforcement, how we enforced that the private trash pickup companies recycled. I guess either Kingston or Plymouth actually has a person that goes around and peers into the trash cans to make sure that the recyclables are not mixed with the trash.
Okay.
We don't have that, but I just wanted to let you know that we are providing the highway department with what we have, which is basically a copy of our permit application, which says, it is in fine print, but it does say that we have solid waste recyclable regulations that they need to look at, and that also every year when I send out the letters to remind them to get their permit, it has the same language.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I have also
Can I see
addressed that
Application?
through the highway department.
Yeah.
And I will be meeting with Rob Furlot tomorrow morning. And I have recommended that they tell DEP that we have one part-time administrative assistant in this town of 2,900 people.
Yeah.
We do not, and we will not be putting on any full-time people to
Look in the
appear
trash cans.
trash cans.
No, I don't think that's reasonable.
So if that's not sufficient, well, they can take their grants and go down the street, as far as I'm concerned. It's not gonna happen.
Maybe a suggestion on our applications for next year, under to the Board of Health, we put right in there, by signing below, I attest to adhere to the town's solid waste recycling regulations. So that they're essentially self-certifying.
I'm not sure that would satisfy, I don't know that would satisfy DEP, but, you know, it's good for the city of Quincy and perhaps Plymouth, but it doesn't work in a town of 2,900 people where almost everything is part-time.
I think for private trash pickup, it's not the residents that violate the policy as much as the the actual trash people, because.
Right. They're the ones that are commingling.
Yeah, that goes right up, the people who pay for a recycle bin and a trash bin, when they separate all their stuff and then they see it all go into the same truck.
Yeah.
I think if we put a notice out to residents that said, if you see your trash provider doing this, notify us.
Yeah, we respond, and I've said that to them, that we respond to a complaint. We don't go out
What's the
looking
DEP email?
for issues.
Do you have the
We don't have the
DEP?
people.
Yeah.
It's that
I saw
simple.
the other stuff.
If the Board of Health receives a complaint on anything, we investigate it. And
Yeah, it's just they were trying to cheap out and not give as much grant money to the highway department because we couldn't provide a list of violators. It's like, well, nobody violated.
yeah.
I think if we put a notice out to the residents and said, let us know if that happens, I think we would be able to put something on that list. But
Yep.
if I found someone snooping through my trash at the end of my driveway,
Yeah.
is that even legal?
Yeah,
I don't know.
once you put it out,
Good
it's...
point. Good point there.
Yeah, I think in all the novels I've read, once you put it out, it's fair game.
Learn a lot about somebody by going through their trash.
So check your trash. But yeah, I guess our first reading of what they were asking, we kind of felt like they were asking for things that we were, as a small town, unable to.
Well, I think it's interesting that we have an email, I know I have it at the transfer station, that the Department of Environmental Protection is very impressed with the town of Plympton and what we've done with pay-as-you-throw, recycling, everything, tonnage, and I put the numbers together for the tonnage of scrap metal and, everything over there. Colleen does the household trash through the records from Waste Management, but even Boston is amazed at what we have done here. And yet, on the other hand, well, you haven't written anybody up for complaints. Trash haulers, it's like,
So you don't get a bigger
come
check.
on, guys,
Yeah.
anyway,
Unfortunately, some of the qualifications for the grant, I think Colleen explained it to me, it's on a point system.
Yeah.
You gotta throw
And-
someone under the bus to
And
stay in good graces.
some of the points, we're just not able to
Yeah.
to meet.
yeah, and I told her, I said, explain that to Todd. We have one part-time individual in the Board of Health.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I'm not looking through anybody's trash.
Next public health grant meeting, can you inquire what the other member communities do to meet that? Do they all do pay-as-you-throw in that group? Duxbury
know.
does, right?
Yeah, I think Duxbury does.
Plymouth does.
Carver doesn't, I don't think.
Does Plymouth?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just ask.
Yeah.
See how many of those communities do it and what they are doing for enforcement. Not that we're necessarily going to mirror what they do, but at least.
No, because,
Slum sells bags.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I've
so
seen
that's-
those
so
down
that's-
the
that's
market
pay-as-you-throw.
basket, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
yet they have trash pickup, so,
It may be a different program.
yeah.
But Kingston does, I'm pretty sure. Kingston and Duxbury do. I don't know if, Halifax is.
No, we're not, yeah.
But
But
yeah,
I will ask what everybody
Yeah.
else does.
I mean, we, like you said, we don't have the
Maybe we need
staff.
to, maybe we could ask, maybe there's a volunteer, maybe there's someone in town that,
Would like
Well,
to go
would like
through
to do it.
everybody's trash.
Well, and I guess to that, if there's enough of those, if there's enough communities in that collaborative that do this, maybe that's something that they can share a service on.
we could hire a trash
Looker,
snoop.
looker, recycling investigation.
We'll have to come up with a good name, but yeah. No, that could be something that we could do.
Recycling investigative specialist, level 2.
Level 2, okay. I love it. But yeah, I will ask, because they are a great group to find out what everybody else is doing.
And maybe think about adjusting that application so that
Yeah.
they're actually signing that they are going to adhere to that. And so our enforcement is essentially self-certification.
Yeah, they're looking for violations. That's what they wanted. They wanted a list of, they wanted you to
But
give
they
a
want
pile of
homeowners,
tickets.
not trash carriers.
None of those that have self-certified have told us they violated it.
And that's it.
That it?
That's it.
All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make the motion, we adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries, meeting's adjourned 18:35 hours.